Today, we are looking at the global community stats for 2025, as well as our personal 2025 in-year review. I'll put a link to this page in the description below so you can look at your year in review as well, where it would show you your most used frame for the year, all that jazz, which, like I said, we are going to do. But first, let's look at the overall top stuff for Warframe in 2025, so this past year. Okay, so global community stats. Top global frame, Wukong Prime. Okay. Top primary weapon, Tenet Envoy or Envoy. Yeah, okay. It kind of, I was making a Soulframe reference in a way, but yeah, anyway, moving on. Secondary weapon, a core, okay. Melee weapon will be the Xyrus. Oh, okay, that's a lot of enemy kill. Okay. Now, hit the data breakdown, I guess. Okay, so I guess we'll go with the top 10, I guess, top 12, somewhere like that. Okay, so Wisp Prime is on the list, but she's farther down than I thought she would be. I thought she would be like super high up. So I get Goss is the second most used frame, Vault Prime third most used frame. Wait, that's 2024. Wait, how come? Oh, okay. These are past data things. It looks like. Okay, 2025. No, it's 2025. Oh, so Wukong was used less in 2025 than 2024. And let's see, Goss was used less in 2025 than 2024. Vault Prime was used more in 2025 than 2024. Revenant Prime was used a lot less. I'll be honest, I only use Revenant Prime sometimes for the circuit, whenever it's an option, usually. And for what that called, the index. Yeah, Revenant Prime is actually pretty brilliant for the index, if I'm being perfectly honest. Wisp Prime would use less. See, that surprises me because, well, I guess that shouldn't surprise me. We just got the Wisp Gemini skin at the end of 2025, so yeah, I expect it will be up by this year. And then, does Valka even make the list? Valka's way down here. People aren't using Valka enough. Come on, bring on the Valka Prime. Valka is my favorite frame. Not my most used. Well, Valka's also my most used frame, but I don't have a main frame per se. I guess it's Valka. I do go back to Valka a lot, but I do explore other frames from time to time. But yeah, anyway, let's see if Valka actually does end up being my most used frame. Okay, so I was looking. Oh, the magic book. Love a magic book. Okay, and melee weapon. Okay, that's nice. None of what I use is apparently the top of the top. Okay. Well, let's see what I use then, shall we? In year review. Welcome, Tenno. Okay, Valka Prime with my most played Warframe in 2025. Okay, okay. Valka Prime most played in 2025. Okay. Oh, this was my most played mission? I guess that's technically true, I suppose. But that's mostly because of the fact that I was hunting Tekrot Lich thingy. Okay, murmur enemies defeated. See, because I was hunting a Tekrot thing, so I had to defeat murmurs. Okay, and this, my top weapon, that makes sense because this is my default setup with Valkyr. This is my primary, this is my secondary, this is my melee. I have all three of these weapons favorited so I can get to them pretty quickly. Total bounty missions completed, 295. That's a lot to do with Noko, if I'm being perfectly honest, which is interesting that Noko would be featured here. The Rebellion runs, it's funny that Rebellion runs, because this counts Rebellion runs till, I believe, the 31st of 2025, so that means I did 9 runs during that whole month it was released. Okay, I get that. I guess that's fine. It wasn't even a full month. Yeah, I should probably get better. Okay. Most usability. For spring. Okay. That makes sense. I get to spam the abilities so much. You'd think that my most used ability would be Hysteria, but you'd be wrong because my build basically for Valka is basically all about staying in Hysteria. Like I can literally easily stay over 5 minutes in Hysteria just fine. The whole mission just Hysteria. So, and technically if you're in the ability constantly, I don't think it counts as using it. So, yeah. And then here are some basic stats. Okay, I'm still Mastery Rank Legendary 4 right now. And then 1,134 missions complete. That seemed pretty low, but that's because I do a lot of survival. Favorite mission type, it said free roam, but don't believe it. My favorite mission type is actually survival, okay? Yeah. Okay, 240 hours played. That cannot be right. I could sworn I played more than 240 hours. Okay, it said my most active month was in October. What happened in October? Huh. Okay, October, I'm trying to remember because Vamp was in December, but what was in October? Don't think there was anything special in October. Maybe I was just streaming more regularly in October? I don't know. Okay. So, other top frames. Okay, so Valka is my top frame, followed by Corvex, Noko, Wisp Prime, and Siren Prime. Okay, because Corvex, I used to play Corvex quite a bit. Actually, my Wisp has Corvex's ability, his Corvex Smash ability called Wisp Smash. Which, yeah, okay. Anyway, Noko, Wisp, and Siren. Okay, so these days I usually only use Siren when I'm doing ESO. Because, yeah, my arsenal, top primary, Amprax, not even close. It's 93.05 of kills. So, yeah. Prisma Scana is a close second. Well, because I have Incarnate Adapter on my Prisma Scana, so yeah. Okay, so operator play, I don't have that much, but I play a lot with Drifter. Well, I played more this year with Drifter, but I guess I don't use Drifter as much. I think it counts. Oh, okay. So Drifter, I have way more play with the Drifter. You guys can't see it because I'm in the way. So let's scroll up a bit. I have 3.47 hours at the Drifter. Well, because the only time I play at the operator these days is technically in the Rebellion. They make you play at the operator because it's the operator's memories, or is it the Drifter's memories? I I don't know. I think it's the operator's memories. Yeah. Yeah, the operated memories, before I fell asleep for 1,000 years and then learned that a guy opened. Okay, you know what? No, I couldn't follow through. That was going to be an Evanescence reference. If you got like Evanescence, let me know, comment section below. And Smeeder Kavat, yeah, I tell you the Smeeder Kavat, even though there's no resource booster perk anymore. I tell you this Smeeder Kavat, but I do like that I can have the flexibility to use other Kavats and Kubos, I guess. But technically, Kavats have the edge over Kubos in Warframe. Yeah, I think it's because secretly Rebecca's more of a cat person than a dog person. But shh, you didn't hear that from me. Okay, let's see. I slayed plenty this year, apparently. Okay, so let me get the trait. It says I slayed plenty, yet I only killed one of the Kodas and 0 Eidolon. I don't do Eidolon hunts anymore these days, okay, guys? I got literally everything I need from the Eidolon hunts. I did them religiously, one might say, back when they first came out and was super buggy, but yeah. Okay, 116 items crafted. Now, see, this is just items crafted. 22 forma invested. How many forma do I gotta spend on stuff? And then 16 Warframes and parts crafted. You made sound investment in your loadout. Crafting weapons, Warframe. Okay. Okay, most played mission for the Tech Rat in core. Okay, we got that. Okay, yeah, Mermaid Defeater. I have defeated a bunch of mermaids. Oh, decrees earned. Oh, that's because you earned decrees in the circuit as well. So, yeah. And it said all Deviri modes, and the circuit is definitely a Deviri mode. Okay, the Valis Undermined. Okay. Total bounty mission completed 295. Enemies eradicated. Okay, fair enough. The old piece. Yeah, we didn't do that much with the old piece. And then thank you, Tenno. Okay, so yeah, again, feel free to let me know what your guys' stats are. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below to the stats. You don't really let me know all the stats because that could take a while. At least let me know your guys' top used frame for 2025 if you want. And yeah, with that said, I'm gonna catch you guys in the future. Later.